Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 0. We lost the game because of a 50-50 call. We have ourselves to blame to a certain degree. I'm still pissed off. I just need to work myself through this. What the hell did I just witness? No Martin Odegaard, no Bukayo Saka, William Saliba sent off. Now, before I go any further, do me a favor, guys. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. I won't be mentioning it again. This is not a good day. Arsenal faced their first defeat of the Premier League campaign. And in the fashion that we get defeated in, it's annoying. Super annoying. No Martin Odegaard. We already know this. He was going to be out for a while. That's not an excuse. Bukayo Saka was doubtful and didn't play because of a hamstring injury. Timber didn't play, and there's still no excuses. We have enough on the pitch to beat Bournemouth. But what you cannot control is 30 minutes into the game, a player making a stupid decision in the sense last man trying to pull the player. Saliba is a little bit wrong for pulling him, but the referee did not give an initial yellow card. The referee initially gave a yellow card. He did not give a red. He deemed that was not enough to be a red card. Why VAR challenged it and said this is a red card when it's not a clear and obvious error beats me. Was it a red card? You could say it was 50-50. But we've seen it before. We've seen this exact same situation before where in Arsenal's case, we did not get that decision go our way. We did not end up getting the red card. And I'll take you guys back to a couple years ago. Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Just a couple years back. Bukayo Saka one-on-one. Through on goal. Similar situation. He gets fouled, brought down, last man. He's actually further to the goal, closer to the goal, and there's less people closer to him than there were in this situation. But this is the one that they give a red card for. This is the one that they say is a red card. By the way, you have Ben White there recovering. He's actually as close to the goal as that man. And by the way, the ball is, I don't even know where the ball is. The ball is somewhere. First things first. What was Trossard doing making that back pass? Trossard is at fault for making that back pass. Individual error, mistake there. Number one. Number two, William Saliba is a great defender. Just earlier, 2 seconds before that, he was pulling out amazing individual defensive situations where he was just putting out fires left, right, and center. This is on him to a certain degree. As much as I want to criticize the referees, as much as I'm upset that the referee gave that call, I'm more upset that they overturned it and the referee is not making the decision himself. That was VAR basically telling him this is a red. 3 games out of 8, we've had red cards. We have somewhat of a disciplinary issue, but the red cards themselves have all been a joke. 2 of them have been second yellows that were not even second yellows in my opinion. And then this one. But we move on. Because at that point it's still 0-0. We did a decent job getting back into the game. Trying to get some control of it, trying to figure out what we're going to do for the remainder of the game. We took out Sterling. By the way, Sterling had a poor cameo, in my opinion. Sterling did not have a good good start. It is what it is, though. He's not at fault. There's other people at fault today, right? Then you look at the team. You say to yourself, from the beginning, I had an issue with this team. My issue was the lack of creativity. I thought, yo, Gunnar Souls, what's good, bro? My first thing was with Partey, Merino, and Rice, we are playing a bunch of defensive midfielders and an 8. We should have at least put in Ethan. We should have played Ethan. Ethan should have been playing. But still, we have enough where we should win this game. That is the honest truth. The reason why I say it's really, really poor, individual errors cost us. Gabriel Martinelli has the chance of the game so far. Through on goal, he needs to pick a side and slot it away. He doesn't. And then what happens? What happens immediately after Gabriel Martinelli misses his chance? Not only does he get subbed off for Leandro Trossard, not only does he get if I'm not mistaken, he gets subbed on for Leandro Trossard, immediately gets an opportunity, misses it, and then 2 minutes down, or however many minutes later, Ryan Christie puts it away 1-0. And from there, you can't complain about the penalty. The penalty that was given to Justin Kluivert was deserved. And from there, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, amazing game by Bournemouth, they fully deserve it. No, fuck them. The reality of the situation is we cost ourselves. The Ryan Christie goal, we don't usually concede too many goals from corners. Also, you don't see us make too many defensive mistakes in a single game like that. We made defensive mistake after defensive mistake in our own situations, causing us to go under 10 men, causing us to concede that second goal, and also finally causing us to lose 2-0. Gabriel Martinelli could have gave us a 1-goal lead, didn't capitalize. You get punished if you don't capitalize, and we have ourselves to blame for this defeat. I am not happy with the decision over the red card, but I'm not going to cry over it anymore. It is what it is. They gave it, and William Saliba is most likely going to be out for, is it 1 game? Is it 3 games? I don't fucking know. They keep changing the rules. I thought it was 1 game because it wasn't violent conduct. But on our souls, I'm not happy. You probably are not happy. This was one of our poorest performances of the season, and coincidentally, it's a loss. Talk to me.
I keep telling people we need a left winger at this club. I keep saying we don't need a striker, we need a fucking winger. No one wants to listen, and today that cost us. I've told you, Trossard cannot start. Martinelli's just shit. I don't even care. I've had enough of him. I'm not even defending him. If anyone wants to defend him, we can have an argument, because I'm actually done with him. I'm finished. I have no more patience. I have no more time. I'm actually finished. I gave you a season, gave you this season. The man just shit. I don't even care about confidence anymore. I'm not even here to give you a confidence booster anymore. You're just shit. Now you're costing my team. And that's the problem I've got right now. You've come on, you get an opportunity, a golden opportunity. You should have slammed that in. But now, even with everything that's going on, you still don't want to take your opportunity. It is what it is, man. Look, the red card is a red card. Every single red card this season has been justified by the refs. So I'm not going to sit here and say there's a conspiracy, because we're absolute loonies. We never learn. We love a red card this season. I don't know what's going on. We had the most disciplined season last season, and now all of a sudden we want to have 3 and 8 every single time.
Once again, we've seen this. One second, we've seen this not be given though. Aubameyang versus Johnny Evans. We've seen
I couldn't care less. I couldn't. It's still a red. It's a red card.
The only time we've seen it.
I don't care. We know it's inconsistent. But it's not. It is a red card though. You are the last man, and it's a goal scoring opportunity.
Bro, he's literally on the halfway circle.
Yes, it's the last man. David Roy is off his line. It is a red card. It's a red card. Categorically, there's no arguing. It's a red card.
Okay. Do you think it was a clear and obvious error by the referee to be yellow?
It can be. Like, it can be viewed as like, go and look at it again, because I don't think you've looked at it properly. Because there are elements that he probably didn't see in person. And that, look, I'm not going to sit here and say there's a conspiracy. It is a red card. As soon as I saw it, I said it's a red. At first, I was glad he gave a yellow.
He's too far from the box to consider it a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
You can chip it from there. It's a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity. David Ray is off his line. He's not even in the box in this moment. But 1 second,
and if I'm not mistaken, clear and obvious is not to determine if it's a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it is in this situation, because the reason for the red card is to stop and deny a goal-scoring opportunity. So yes, that factors it in.
1 second. Let me give you a clear, show you where the referee was on the pitch. If you can see, before we go any further, do me a favor, guys. Please do hit the like button on this video. Obviously, you can tell we're not happy, but guys saying shame on Arsenal. Do. Obviously, you're taking a piss at this point, Bento. We know. Before we go on to anything else, though, was this a clear and obvious goal scoring opportunity? To me, yes. I think it is. I don't think this is an obvious goal scoring opportunity. I don't think this is deserving of a red card. I think yellow card, red card, it's subjective, and VAR took the subjectivity out of the referee's hands. That's what I believe.
It's a red card categorically, according to the rules, by any bylaws, any metric you want to look at it. It is a red card. We would have been very damn lucky for that to be a yellow card. Because you look at the keeper, you've got to look at the entire situation. Anyone who's played football right knows the keeper's off the line. That's a goal scoring opportunity right there. You chip the keeper. And even if not, who knows? He can outpace him. You know, we don't know because that is the last man, in my opinion. Because as much as Ben White's there, we don't know if Ben White can get there in time either. So when you're analysing it for what it is a red card. Categorically, I'm not even disagreeing. Same with the Trossard and same with Rice. There's no arguments to be made. It's categorically red cards that we've been getting, and all by our own doing. This isn't even on Saliba. This is on that stupid Belgian, right? Trossard. Absolute fool. What are you doing? Again, this is why I keep saying this guy cannot start. He is not. He should be banned from starting games. And
he's been good for the last. Bro, he's been good for the majority of the time since Odegaard's been out.
He's not. He's okay. He's okay. And this is the problem. We have nothing better. That's part of the problem at this team right now. Is that if we don't start Trossard, we have to start Martinelli. It's just the worst of two evils at this moment. Trossard, at least off the bench, does something. When he starts, it's rare. When he does, I'm very surprised he's done something. It's a 10 out of 10 if he scores starting. Because I'm like, wow, damn, the man's actually done something.
My guy's talking. He's real. He knows the Jesus situation, the Saka situation. They both, if they're not reds, how is this a red? Personally, I'm more upset about him missing the Liverpool game. But somebody here is saying, bro, the lineup was poor. Management. You know what? We'll talk about the lineup in a second. But bro, saying that lineup was poor. Manager was out of his depth. Team was poor as fuck. I'm fuming. That red Raya was backup. Howard Webb was on his earpiece. Where do we begin? Howard Webb. What the fuck is Howard Webb doing at the game on his earpiece? Is he making the calls from the stadium? Like, what the fuck? Is he making the calls from the stands? Like, and you even have Jamie Carragher coming out and asking that question. I know you probably don't care about this, Souls, but it does really piss me off when I see stuff like this. It does feed into the agenda that we have referees against us. Because why the fuck is Howard Webb? Yes, he's one of the main.
Look, this is how I see it. Is the decision correct? Yes. I don't care who's making that decision. The decision at the end of the day is correct.
Why is he in the stands with on his ears? What is he doing?
Whatever he wants. He's the head of the PGMOL. He can do as he pleases.
I'm questioning this. I'm saying to myself, is he making the decisions from there?
I mean, look, it's Arsenal fans, right? You're an Arsenal fan. This is what we do. You always want to question the ref rather than put the blame on the players. This has got nothing to do with them. Even if he had tablets in front of him, I don't care. The decision's correct. What do you want me to? There is no conspiracy. I don't know what conspiracy you want to make up, but there is none.
Okay, let's go to the second part of this tweet. The team management, I did think the lineup was good enough, but I wanted Ethan in there. I wanted Ethan in the lineup because I think Ethan would have made a difference. He made a difference in the final.
This manager's never going to fucking do it. The guy ain't got the bollocks, man. I'm actually going to call it out today because I don't think he's got the bollocks to make that big move. And it's a thing of I don't know what it is, but I don't know why he's not playing Ethan. Why would you keep him and sell ESR, loan out Fabio Vieira, keep the one creative 10 you have and then never play the creative 10? Like, it makes no sense. What are you giving him charity minutes for? Like, even every time, like, I don't know what Ethan needs to do to prove himself, because every time he comes on, he's the only creative outlet that we have. He's the only threat that we have. So why isn't he playing? This is on the manager for not doing it.
It is on Arteta. I did think the lineup was good enough to get us at least a clean sheet and a goal. But the moment Saliba goes out, it throws everything out the window. Let's be honest. If once Saliba went out, what was his decision that he should have made? What decision should he have made that would have made the game better? Because KVR coming on did not really shore up the defense as much as we thought it would. And let's be honest, we had no pace in that front three. Sterling, Havertz, Trossard, no pace. And now let's talk about Trossard. Trossard making the back pass. He made a mistake. He made an error. It was a costly error. I'm not going to sit here and chastise him as much as you are. But he's better. Is he better in the middle? Is that what he's saying? Really? He wasn't that good out wide. He wasn't that good out wide. And versus Man City, he lost the ball a lot in the middle. I don't think we can blame Trossard as much as we want to.
Yes, we can. We can be honest about it, because every time he starts, he's okay at best. But when he comes off the bench, look, there is always going to be an element of impact players and players who can start. The unfortunate truth at the moment is we don't have a player on the left who can start because they're both bozos.
But Trossard is and was a massive piece to our puzzle for the last couple games since Odegaard got injured. No Saka, no Odegaard, no William Saliba for the second half, and down to 10 men away from home. It's always going to be difficult.
But he wasn't even good when we had 11 men today.
Trossard is a scapegoat right now.
No, he is not. Why can't we just call it for what it is? Why does everything have to be a scapegoat? If he's been shit today, he's been shit. What's the scapegoat?
Okay, he wasn't good today, but to say he's always been poor.
Yes, when he starts. Did I say he's always been poor?
He's been starting the last couple games.
Yes, he's been okay. He's been decent, but when he starts, what
about
games,
PSG?
he doesn't.
What about PSG? What about Leicester? Those 2 games, he's been good.
Nah, if that's your opinion. Like, I don't think he's great when he starts. He has moments,
what about Tottenham?
Which is fine. What?
What about Tottenham?
What about Tottenham?
Did you not
think he has his moments? Yeah, he has his moments where he's good. But he's not that starter. He's not that player that when he comes off the bench, he's a completely different player. When he comes off the bench, I'm like, yes, we can win this. When he starts, I'm like, yeah, he ain't going to do anything.
Should we have started Martinelli?
No, I don't know, man. It's picking. This is the problem we've got, is pick your poison. Right. You either have Trossard or you have Martinelli. Either way, you're not going to win. It's part of the problem. That's why I said we need a left winger. More than anything this season.
Trossard was poor. Now, Martinelli's chance. Martinelli should have buried that. Martinelli should have buried that chance.
He should have buried a lot of things, man. Honestly. The only thing he's buried is his career right now. I'm not even going to lie.
That's harsh. Man says, if Chelsea win, they're level on points. Laugh my ass off. What are we talking about? We're 8 games into the season. We're talking about level on points with Chelsea.
Even if that's the case, I'm not forced. Look, it's early in the season. I'm annoyed about the game. I'm annoyed about the situation, but it's just about having honest conversations. Like, I'm not exactly kind of worried. I don't think it's cost us the league, as a lot of people are going to say. It is what it is, man. It's one of these, and it's like, if shit happens, it's a bad day in the office. We can talk about what went wrong and stuff like that, but the league's still there to win. You know, there's still a long, long way to go. We've got Liverpool next season. If we beat them, we're back on track again. So it's just one of those ones where you just gotta.
The title race is still well and truly on. It's a poor day at the office. We have no Saka, no Odegaard, no William Saliba in the second half. Down to 10 men. This is the perfect storm for rivals to have fun and enjoy themselves. Because let's be honest, we don't. 9 times out of 10, this does not happen. This is one of those poor results. It's all your fault. City, Liverpool will win this game. Really? Do you think that? Souls, do you think City or Liverpool go on to win this game?
What, win their games tomorrow, does he mean?
No, if in the same circumstances, down to 10 men, losing one of their best defenders, do you think City go on to win a game against Bournemouth like this and Liverpool go on to win this game?
Potentially. I mean, nothing's a guarantee. Can I say they'll definitely go on to win? Probably. I mean, the likelihood is yes, because they've got more clutch players than us. That's part of the truth.
I never thought about it that way.
So think about it. They've got KD. If KDB's fit, let's say, he's probably going to win them the game. Obviously, Rodri's out, so we can ignore that element.
You're saying our attack is that poor that our
No. This is the problem. You take what I say to the extreme other end. I'm not saying it's a poor attack. I'm saying we don't have those clutch players. And that's part of the problem. Like Martinelli, for example, City aren't going to make that mistake, nor are Liverpool. Yeah. When you look at like Trossard, the red card probably doesn't happen because they're probably not going to do something that silly. And that's part of it. It's just a case of they've got players who can get them out of the mud a bit more than we do. We've got Bukayo Saka, and that's about it. No one else, and Odegaard potentially in moments as well. Other than that, we don't really have that player who can go and win us a game in adversity. And I mean complete adversity, where you're looking at, like if Salah, for example, he can get you out of the rut. They've got, like McAllister's done a few times. The City have got Gundogan now that can do it. They've got KDB who can do it. Haaland who's done it. So yeah, like we just don't have a multitude of players who can change and transform a game. And that's kind of the problem. The player who could have done that was Trossard. But the problem is we started him.
All right, let's talk about the next guy, Raheem Sterling, bro. What do you think of his performance? I thought he wasn't really impactful in the 37 minutes that he played.
That's just utter bullshit, man. The guy was doing it. He was a creative spark. He was an attack. Yes, things didn't work out in the final third as much as we wanted him to, but he was taking on his players. He was making opportunities happen. I thought he was a brilliant threat. That's just the way I view it.
I thought he never really looked like he was gonna get anything done when he was on the ball. He didn't seem reassured that he was gonna get something sorted out for us. It was always like when we passed on the ball, I felt like the ball just stopped and it didn't really go any further towards a goal. Besides the one pass to Ben White on the side. Somebody here is saying the disrespect on our record. Yeah, Gunnar Souls, we're never getting that Chelsea record. Forget about it.
Oh, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Chelsea's record is well and truly safe. That record is going to be
for this season. We'll go again next season. This season ain't gonna happen.
Chelsea's defensive record is I think it could be safe for a long time.
No, I don't think it is. I think it will be beaten very soon.
It won't be beaten this season by Arsenal at least. If Liverpool do it and they win the league, then that's a completely different story. But it won't be coming from us. I'll tell you that much. I got a couple more topics before we move on and do the player ratings. What do you think of Mikel Merino's debut?
I thought he was good. You know, I know a lot of people are getting
a lot of hate. He's getting a lot of hate.
I think he's just getting too much hate for no reason. I thought he's intercepted well. He was winning his duels. He was doing what he needed to do. Like even the opportunity for Martinelli, he is the one who intercepted that. Now, was it brilliant? Was it like magnificent? No, it was a good, in my opinion, performance from what I expected. But the problem is, I'd rather see Rice, Merino, Ethan, and that's when I think we would have been in a better situation with that midfield, and the balance of that midfield would have been better. I'm gonna need to jump off in about 4 minutes, though.
No worries. And then so that's pretty much it. I think we covered everything. The penalty. Did you think it was
the people in the comments, right? Why is Merino shit? I don't want to hear that he was shit. I just want to know why you thought he was shit.
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna probably wrap it up quite quickly, also myself. But Merino, I thought he was good. I thought he played well. I thought he did it. I did his job to a certain to a good degree. The only thing I'll say is having all three, Partey, Rice, and Merino, I think is counterproductive. You need to have a little bit more creativity in that midfield. As for the penalty, it was a penalty. We can't really debate that.
Do you know what it is? It's against Bournemouth. I don't like that midfield. I can understand it against the City. I can understand the next week against Liverpool, but not against Bournemouth.
Did you think we could have done better against the set piece goal?
It was a good set piece. I mean, I'm not going to put too much on it. It is what it is. We've seen it as well. Can ask be stopped. Sometimes a good set piece is just that.
All right. You want to do a quick player rating and then we move on, and then I'm done?
Yeah, sweet. Because I'll have to go in a minute.
Yeah. So, what were we saying about Raya? Could Raya have done anything to stop those goals?
Trying to think now. Actually, the Christie one was a set piece. Could he have done any? I mean, a penalty is a penalty.
Maybe he could have done better with the penalty. Yeah. So I'll give him a.
I mean, a penalty is a penalty, though, and it's like, what could you have really done?
He gave the penalty basically.
Yeah, but that's Kibio's fault.
All right. What are we saying? I'm gonna give him. What am I gonna give him? A 6 or a 5? He conceded 2 goals away at Bournemouth. 5.
None were. I mean, to be fair, the reason why I'm going to give him a 5 is because of some of his kicking. Some of his kicking was off today.
What do we give him, Ben White? I'm going to start off with a 5.
I can't disagree. I don't know. Like, the game is such a hard one to rate players because I just don't really know. Like, what? Because the performance as a whole was just awful. But yeah, I can agree with the 5.
Next, what are we going to give to Saliba? 1?
It's tough because, like, he got red cards. It's like, what can we really rate him? I mean, yeah, I'll go with anything. I don't know what to give him.
I'll give him a 1. 1's fair.
Because he wasn't good even before the red card. He was a bit.
McAllis.
I'm actually going to give him a 6 or a 7, because I thought he was solid. Despite the 2 goals, he was the one that was trying to keep everything out. Him and Calafiori were like actually the rocks at the back, in my opinion. In terms of, like, look at the situation. I'm not saying they were good for their standard, but for the situation we found ourselves in, you can't. Them two were solid as a rock.
I'll give him a 6. Calafiori, 7.
So it's 6 as well. Yeah. I'd say the same because they were both just like, they were the only two that I can sit there and go defensively. Like, I was happy with them.
What about the midfield 3? Do you give them all low ratings, or I'm giving Declan Rice a good rating, and then Merino and Partey are going to get similar. I'm going to give all
it's
3
tough because Partey before the red card, I actually thought looked like a former self.
And Merino, even after the red card, he was the only guy who was really playing ball splitting passes to try to break out.
But I'm just saying, like, as an overall, like, in terms of the complete package, Partey was better before the red card. But after the red card, yeah, you're right. He was, I don't know, it's difficult because I'd say like a 5 or a 6. I don't know if any, I think Rice might have been slightly better than the rest, but I don't think either 3 of them done poorly. It's just the nature of that midfield meant we had no creativity, which is difficult to blame anyone for.
All right. And then what's next? We got somebody else with another super chat, Blaze, saying it was your Joseph. What? It was your what? This is your wrong. I'm so sorry. Souls, can you read this?
This is why you're wrong, Giuseppe. I don't know who that is, but
Giuseppe. Yeah.
Oh, Giuseppe. I've been saying it when you won. You can't win the league playing this way. It's not just today. The creativity isn't in, which is fair. I mean, we've lost Odegaard, and we're not. I don't know, for some reason Arteta doesn't want to play Ethan. So yeah, it's not going to change until we change the players on the pitch.
Yeah, it's not a good day. Where did we leave? So I'm gonna give Partey a 6. I'm gonna give Merino 6. I'm gonna give Rice 6.5.
Yeah, I can deal with that one.
But then the attack all get nothing basically. What did Havertz do?
No, I'd say Havertz tried.
He was defending. I seen that. I'll give him a 5.
He couldn't do anything. You had to come deep to get the ball. So he's
both
one that I'd say like a 5 or a 6 for him.
Both Martinelli and Trossard get less than 5s. So I'm going to give them 4s, and then Raheem Sterling give him a 5.
You can give him a lower, but yeah, I mean, he was only on the pitch for like 37 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever it was. It's difficult, but I thought he did his thing still. But I think the team should have just been the same. I don't think Kiwior should have come on in that moment.
We needed something to change, but maybe you should have maybe changed Martinelli for Trossard or something. Need more pace in the team, in my opinion. But hey, or Ethan could have came in anytime earlier, because like when he came on, he at least gave us some spark when Ethan came on for Merino. But yeah, overall underwhelming performance. What do you give Arteta out of 10 today, man?
Oh, I'm gonna give him a 3.
3 it is. It's poor day at the office.
What are you giving him? What are you?
I'm gonna give him a 2, mate.
All right, fair enough. So we agree. Okay.
I'm gonna give him 2. I think it's poor day at the office.
Did enough to impact.
No Saka, no Odegaard, no Saliba in the second half. You can kind of excuse it, but really and truly, you're the manager. You have to make some changes. You have to try to go change the game, win us the game. And the changes he made were almost a little defensive, pragmatic to try to secure the draw. And we had way too much time on our hands to try to do that. But yeah, well and truly humbling game. And Bournemouth beat us, and this is the first defeat of the season. It is what it is. Some people saying 0 out of 10. We're gonna head out now. I'll catch you on the next one. We're both gonna head on to the football terrace, so we'll catch you guys there. Big up Souls, big up everybody who's watching, and yeah, please do hit the like on the video. We're out of here, people. Catch you guys in the next one.
Take it easy, guys. All right.
Done.